to chat a little bit about the difference between meme coins and Bitcoin. I'm sure some of you have figured it out, but for the new folks, you probably think you're missing out on the meme coins. And they've been quite topical of late because the most powerful man in the world launched one, didn't he? Donald Trump, President of America. And this week we had President of Argentina launch one, and it became a massive pump and dump, and people lost a lot of money. And I'm going to explain why I'm not interested in meme coins, why I don't get involved in meme coins, and why if you'd like to retire early, meme coins probably aren't going to be the way to get you there. Okay, nothing you hear is financial advice, it's just education, it's just my thoughts. I run Ireland's first Bitcoin consulting company, and we help people to understand Bitcoin and help people understand how to secure it correctly so that they never lose it, so they don't have to trust any hardware provider, so they don't have to trust any software provider, so they don't have to trust any company, so they don't have to trust any entity, and so they don't even have to trust themselves. And that is the power of really understanding how to own Bitcoin. Most people don't, so they have to trust something, and then that breaks, and then they lose their coins or their sats. Anyway, I digress. So this week, the president of Argentina, a load of insiders, they're all in like a private Telegram group, gonna talk about this. You can't tell people that we gave you all these coins. Who was involved? Dave Portnoy was involved, chief shitcoiner himself. What an idiot that guy is. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Too late. But Genie, he just seems to get everything wrong, and now he's wrapped up in this thing. But I suppose he did come out and say that he returned the coin. So they basically gave him a load of free coins, and then he had to tell people how great the project was. But then he wasn't allowed to tell people that they'd given him, I think, 6 million free coins. And that's essentially how a lot of these things work. Per retail people on the outside, they don't see the inside. They're not in the Telegram groups. They're not in the WhatsApp communities. So they don't see what's going on. And they just see these tokens coming out, and oh sure, this guy says this, it's great. And they put money that they had to earn into it. They put money that they had to exchange their time into these meme coins. And they don't understand that the people who are telling you how great they are put zero money in. They got the tokens for free. Now the thing is, okay, it's all about incentives. The whole incentive in a meme coin, and stick with me for a minute, because this is all high level stuff, because once you understand the high level stuff, the foundations, it's very easy to understand everything. But the foundations of a meme coin is, I'll give you the problem. People are treating meme coins as financial assets, as ways to generate wealth. But that's not their intended purpose. Now, I know that they are being legitimately used for pump and dump, for someone's going to make money, someone's going to lose a lot of money. Okay, but the utility of a meme coin is not that it should be a financial asset. Okay, and in the future, when companies have tokens to give people, I don't know, perks for being involved in their community, they won't be financial perks. All right, but at the moment, because we've a world of fiat, which is basically clown world, because the money is so broken, and every year it breaks even more. And that means the world becomes a bigger shit show, okay? Because money is the foundation of society. And as the money breaks, society starts to do dumber and dumber things. All right, and that's what we see. Look around, the world is trending. Where's it trending, better or worse? Trending worse, baby. Remember the 90s, anyone remember the 90s? Remember how good the 90s were? Everyone's in a good mood, everyone's happy, the world is bright. Remember 2000s, it was pretty cool then. Just seems to be getting trending down now. It's all doom and gloom. It's all this thing and that thing. So the preface of a meme coin is you buy it cheap, and when the price goes up, you sell. You get back to the euro or back to whatever shit coin you want to go to. And basically, when you make money, someone else has lost money. All right, so it's a pump and dump. For you to win, other people have to lose. And the thing about the meme coins is, you probably won't win because you're not an insider, unless you're a professional, okay? Unless you're early. You have to be connected. Does this remind you, Vanton? Does this remind you of the traditional financial system? Where the big shit on the smalls? Where the banks get bailouts and the taxpayers' children pay it off and can't afford a house? Why would anyone want to get involved in that shit show casino is beyond me, but I believe in freedom, so if people want to get involved, have at it. But for people who just would like to retire themselves early, they're the people I'm interested in talking to. People who are interested in building generational wealth. Proof of work, okay? Realizing that things don't come easy. You have to work for everything. Anything that's worthwhile having takes work. And things that come easy aren't worthwhile having. They cause more harm to you than good. And there's a lot of wisdom and time to understand that statement, and most people won't. Congratulations if you get the concept of proof of work. But if we compare, so Javier launches Memecoin there, president of Argentina. All the insiders sold, the thing collapsed, loads of people lost loads of money. Hey presto, rinse and repeat. This is why I separate Bitcoin from crypto. Crypto is just a shit show casino of people robbing money off other naive people who are trying to rob money off other naive people. Okay, it's like musical chairs. If I compare that to Bitcoin though, the thing about Bitcoin is, if you buy some Bitcoin today, you go and get yourself 500 euros worth of Satoshis. When you truly understand it, you'll realize that you never sell it. You'll realize that everybody wins in Bitcoin. The only people who don't win are the people who don't own Bitcoin, and eventually everyone will own Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin, it's a system where when you really understand it, when you really understand scarcity, when you really understand the concept of digital scarcity, and the concept of absolute scarcity, which was created when Bitcoin was created. Before then, we never had it. You realize that as Bitcoin gets financialized and products get built onto it, you never have to sell it. You never have to dump it. In fact, right now, when people dump Bitcoin and the price goes down, guess what happens? Billionaires buy it. Okay? And that's why when you really understand Bitcoin, you're not interested in the daily price. But if there's a bear market, you get excited, because you get a chance to add to your portfolio. You get a chance to scoop up more Satoshis for better value. And you buy those Satoshis to never sell them. You buy them like you're buying O'Connell Street in Dublin. Property there. You never want to sell that. It's scarce desirable property, and it's going to go up in value forever. So you never want to sell that property if you manage to get a hold of it. And if you happen to be buying it before it happens to be the main street in Dublin, and it's just a couple of fields around it, well, it would make sense to accumulate as much as possible. And that's how I think of Bitcoin, and that's how I separate the two. Crypto and meme coins is pump and dump. You have to rob someone else's money for you to win. And there's nothing wrong with it, like have at it. I'm not going to judge anybody, okay? And then we have the Bitcoin world, where everybody wins. Where once you understand Bitcoin, you understand you can leverage your Bitcoin, okay? Because there's already products coming out. Because I'm consulting for some of these companies, I see what's happening, I see what's being built. We have founders coming to us and showing us about all sorts of amazing insurance products that will pay themselves off, mortgage products that will pay themselves off, loans in the future, they'll have a Bitcoin element of it, so that the loan literally can't go bad. And when you understand all this, you realize that in the future, in the not too distant future, maybe when you want to retire, you'll never have to sell your Bitcoin. No one will have to sell your Bitcoin. And that's why it'll be so valuable, because there will be no Bitcoin for sale. The only Bitcoin that will be for sale is the Bitcoin that's mined on a daily basis. And remember, by 2035, that's essentially feck all Bitcoin. So the whole world will be arguing over this minuscule amount of Bitcoin. And that's why people can't understand why what they're owning will be so valuable. Okay? And that's why I focus on accumulating Bitcoin, setting it up in a pension structure so I can't lose it. I don't have to trust myself. And I don't trust anything. It's just in a pension structure, it's locked away, and I just accumulate it. It doesn't make me rich overnight. It doesn't even make me rich over a few years. But by saving in Bitcoin, and once you understand it, you know your retirement is sorted. Okay? And whether it takes 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, who else is retiring early? No one. Everyone's working. Okay? Because once you understand Bitcoin, you understand the fiat system, and you understand that the money printer makes it harder and harder and harder. So therefore, as hard as it is today to pay your bills and have a few quid left over, in 5 years time, you're going to be squeezed even harder. In 10 years time, you're going to be squeezed much harder again. In 15 years time, you can see where this is going, folks. And that is why all roads lead to Bitcoin. Eventually, everyone will have to study this thing, or I believe life's just going to get really, really, really hard from. That's why for the last 4 years I've been putting out content. Once I started to learn Bitcoin and understand it, I just shared my journey. And yeah, so that's why I'm not interested in Memecoins. I'm not interested in losing money. I prefer just to stack sats, accumulate Bitcoin every month, and get on with my life. Do fun things, spend time outside, and talk to real people, and stay away from the toxicity and the doom and gloom and the conspiracy and all the online world. More time outside. I don't need to get involved in pump and dumps. I don't need the stress of it, because remember, 99% of people are losing money. And we had a comment in our Retire Early Club from someone, because like, this bull market hasn't played out the way people thought it would. A lot of the altcoins are smashed and ruined, and people are, in hindsight, just going, feck it anyway. Yeah, one or two, like XRP popped. It's like, congratulations, the thing's been dead for 8 years and it got a little pop. So of course there's going to be a load of exit liquidity sucked in, and there's a load of hype around it, and retail are running to the hype, and those of us who are experienced know how that works out. But Bitcoin's a beautiful thing, and that's why I encourage you to study it. Read books if you need help learning about it. Check out bitcoinwithdinny.com. Don't reply to scammers if they message you, even if they pretend to be me. I won't do that. You got to learn for yourself, guys, and that's why I wouldn't touch meme coins. I leave that to the pump and dumpers. I leave that to people who don't have a wealth mindset. A wealth mindset is a growth mindset, and it takes time. Okay, you know this phrase, easy come, easy go. Make money fast, make money easy, and it'll be the worst thing that ever happened to you. In hindsight, we see that story play out, and that's why growth is a mindset. Guys, hope you have a super day. Don't forget to hit the like button. Dinny out for now.